Wincrease.com. Today is October 2nd, 2020. The market finished this week, closing pretty much flat. So we're going to take a look at what I feel like the market analysis is going to be for this week and the week after. So typically what I do is I do a market analysis where I just tell you where I feel like the support levels are at. And this week I'm going to do a little bit differently, where I'm going to actually go through the exercise where I select the support and resistance. So if you have TD Ameritrade, in your bottom right hand corner you see that there's a tool here, and you can select many tools. The tool that I use in order to do this is the price level. So select that. Now what I do is I just draw a line. Okay, there, done. Now you just want to activate that, and you want to slide that up and down. And what I'm looking for when I slide this is I want to try to find as many points touching that line. So you can see in this area there's a lot of activity, right? But currently the price is not there. It's up here. So we got to get closer to where the price is. So this is where the most activity is, closest to this price. We want to see where did it go up to before it went down. And that's going to be a resistance. So last week you recall that I said it would get to around 3,400, and that's what it did, and it backed down from there. So that's our first point that we had. Now we're going to create another line and see where the next point of support is. So the support's going to always be below the resistance. So we're going to look to see where that activity was again. So here we are. We got a lot of activity around that 3,200 area, and that's where it recently fell back to. So with that being said, what I'm looking for the next week is for the market to actually go back up to the 3,400 area and try to push through it. If it does get through there, then the next level is going to be around 3,600. And the reason why I say that is because the last time it was above 34, it went up to that area before it backed down. So that is the S&P. Let's take a look at how the Russell is also performing. The Russell broke its trend line. If you recall that, I talked about that last week, and it started to move back lower. It made it to its 200-day moving average, and it started to move higher, which is a good signal. Let's see if the weekly coincides with that. All right, so now we're looking at the weekly, and we see something similar where the 200-day moving average has come there, and it hit around there and started to move up, and that's also a good sign. So the RSI is around 50 or so, and that's also a good sign. So what I'm looking for is for the market to actually continue to push higher. That is my analysis for next week, and I'm looking for the market to continue to push higher for the entire year. So that is going to conclude this week's episode. Don't forget to check out my boys on Marathon Money. That's Cam and Kenny every single Sunday. Check them out. Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. I'll be coming up with my podcast soon, so stay tuned. You can also find me on all social media at Wincrease Team. So until next week, any questions, you can always reach out to me, all right? Check you later. Peace.